I want to talk more about content strategy. So there's one
Yeah.
video that you guys did 5 months ago that blew up, right, to 1.9 million views, which is 51 tiny essentials we actually use. I'm curious,
hmm
how did you guys come up with that idea and then titles and thumbnails?
Yeah. So we've done like an annual video every year, our EDCs, our everyday carries. And it was always kind of a tentpole on the channel, but they do like maybe 500 to 700K views. And so I came in and I was like, okay, let's just start with how we can do this format, but maybe break down some of the reasons that people wouldn't have felt engaged in the other one. In the other videos, we would open on one person who most of the audience wouldn't be familiar with. And then they would just run through every single thing in their EDC all in one go. And then we cut from, Eric to Rich to like another person. People are going to click on this video for products that are not going to click on this video for us as individual people. So if the value proposition for why you should keep watching is so that you can see another person, that's only going to speak to a small percentage of the audience, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, let's start there. The format of the show has to be, what are the products that we're talking? Okay, that's a good hook. There's the beginning. The middle, I was like, if the value proposition is what are the products, the hook needs to be product category, and then we need to cut between different people so that we can see each of these individual people, but we know that the focus is the watches that all these people like to use or the phones they like to use. So now I fully understand why I'm seeing all these different individuals. I'm like, oh, okay, like these 4 people are like the watch people in the studio. These 5 people have the quirkiest phones. Like that's why they put these sections here. And so it gives us all like common ground to understand. Okay, we've got our beginning. The hook is, here's the product. We've got our middle. Here's the different products that we use within this category. And then I think the reason that this video blew up the way it did is because of retention, because we figured out a hook, which is we have an end. We told Marquez, we're going to show you every single thing from each of these product categories, and you're going to pick your favorite for a little EDC draft. So you're going to put together a little Frankenstein from everyone else's stuff in the studio. And so everything bleeds into each other, and it creates this really satisfying conclusion where I'm not just like throwing in Marquez as like this little treat to dangle, but he's actually helping to further contextualize the story. And frankly, he's articulating why you should trust us, because he's saying, oh, this person has a cool wallet. This person has a great phone. And so that creates a better parasocial relationship where now in the next couple of videos, maybe we don't exposit as well. Maybe we don't give as much context for why you should trust these individual people. But because we know that Marquez trusts them, we can improve the overall retention, the overall viewer experience from video to video to video. And so that was sort of like the core of why that video worked. We also did like a crazy cinematic intro, and like it was really well paced. I'm like very proud of the chop on that one, and just like how we were able to get it to sort of banter and move. And yeah, our thumbnail designer crushed it. Like
It's a clean
I think
thumbnail.
we had a format that we knew worked, and we had a value proposition that we knew worked, and then we reverse engineered to a retention optimized format. And then the final piece of the puzzle was I did outlier research, and I realized that tiny essentials or tiny parts of day-to-day life was like a huge keyword. So it's like, instead of calling it art EDCs, which most people don't know about, calling it tiny stuff we use every day, instantly everyone understands the context.
Ooh, I want to hear more about that. So
Yeah, because it has to do with level 10.
let's go. Before getting into that, let me tell you about how the 1 of 10 strategy team can help you grow your channel much faster and make more money. Our team has directly worked with over 100 YouTubers to grow their channels by optimizing their content, focusing on the right strategies. So for example, here's a video idea, title, and thumbnail that we crafted for Mike Shake that ended up getting 22 million views and being his most popular video of all time. Another example is the content strategy we built for Callaway, helping him go from 0 to 70,000 subscribers and grow a 6-figure business on top of that. And those are only just 2 of many creators the team has worked with in the past 6 years. So if you're ready to take your channel to the next level in the next 90 days with daily support, video reviews, winning ideas, titles, and thumbnails, and even 2 calls per month to answer all your questions, head over to oneoften.com/strategy to book a call. So what did you mean you saw Tiny working well around, like in the tech niche or outside the niche? Or
Yeah, like, well, I guess, so the EDC niche is kind of a adjacent niche to the tech niche. Like, there's an entire niche just for like stuff you should own. That's like more than just tech. And so, yeah, I was like looking up key terms in like essentials, daily essentials, like stuff you regularly want. And yeah, the 2 patterns I noticed were travel essentials, which ended up just becoming a spin-off, one of our next videos, and tiny essentials. And I was like, oh, tiny essentials, like that worked.